Real estate has long been considered a valuable asset class, offering the potential for strong returns, diversification benefits, and a hedge against inflation. For individuals with a high risk tolerance, real estate investments can be particularly attractive, providing opportunities for significant wealth creation. Here are 20 reasons why investing in real estate may be a wise decision for high-risk tolerant individuals. Real estate values have historically trended upwards over the long term, driven by factors such as population growth, economic expansion, and limited supply. Investors can benefit from this appreciation by selling their properties at a higher price than they paid. Imagine you buy a house for $200,000 today. Years from now, when you decide to sell it, you might be able to get $300,000 for it. This is because the value of real estate tends to increase over time. There are a few reasons for this. Population growth. As the population grows, there is more demand for housing. This drives up the price of homes. Economic expansion. When the economy is doing well, people have more money to spend on housing. This also drives up prices. Limited supply. There is only so much land available to build on. This means that the supply of housing is limited, which can also drive up prices. Of course, there is no guarantee that your home will appreciate in value. There are a number of factors that can affect how much a property is worth, including its location, condition, and amenities. However, historically, real estate has been a good investment for people who are willing to hold on to their properties for the long term. Number 2. Rental income. Real estate can generate a steady stream of rental income, providing investors with a passive income source. Rental income can help offset mortgage payments, property taxes, and other expenses, potentially leading to positive cash flow. Imagine you own a house or an apartment and you rent it out to tenants. Every month, your tenants pay you rent, which is money you can use to cover your expenses, such as your mortgage, property taxes, and repairs. If the rent you collect is more than your expenses, you'll have positive cash flow, which means you're making money from your rental property. Think of rental income like having a side hustle that pays you every month, even if you're not actively working on it. It's a passive income stream that can help you reach your financial goals faster. Number 3. Leverage. Real estate investments can be financed with debt, allowing investors to control a larger asset with a smaller upfront investment. This leverage can amplify returns when property values appreciate. Let's say you buy a house for $100,000 and put down a 20% down payment, or $20,000. This means you would owe the bank $80,000. If the value of the house goes up to $120,000, you could sell it and make a profit of $20,000. However, leverage can also magnify losses if the value of the property goes down. For example, if the value of the house fell to $80,000, you would not have enough equity to cover the remaining balance of your mortgage. This is called being underwater. It is important to note that leverage is not a free lunch. You will have to pay interest on the money you borrow from the bank. This will reduce your overall profit. However, if you are confident that the value of the property will go up, leverage can be a great way to boost your returns. Number 4. Tax benefits. Real estate investments offer various tax benefits, including depreciation deductions, mortgage interest deductions, and capital gains tax benefits. These benefits can reduce taxable income and enhance overall returns. Say you buy a rental property for $200,000 and finance it with a $160,000 mortgage. Your monthly mortgage payment is $1,200, and your annual property taxes are $2,400. You also have $5,000 in annual repairs and maintenance expenses. In this example, your annual rental income is $18,000. However, you can deduct the following expenses from your income. Mortgage interest, $14,400, 12 months x $1,200. Property taxes, $2,400. Repairs and maintenance, $5,000. This means your net rental income is only $6,200, $18,000, $14,400, $2,400, $5,000. So instead of paying taxes on $18,000, you'll only pay taxes on $6,200. Number 5. Diversification. real estate can be a valuable diversifier in an investment portfolio, as its returns are not directly correlated with stock or bond market movements. This diversification can help reduce overall portfolio risk and improve stability. For example, let's say you own a single-family rental home in a suburban neighborhood. If the housing market in that neighborhood suddenly declines, the value of your property could go down. But if you also own a commercial property in a downtown area and an apartment building in another part of the city, the decline in the suburban neighborhood might not have as much of an impact on your overall portfolio. Diversification can also help you protect yourself from economic downturns. When the stock market crashes, real estate values often hold up better. That's because people still need to live somewhere, even when the economy is doing poorly. Number 6. Tangible asset. Real estate is a tangible asset, unlike stocks or bonds. Investors have a physical connection to their investment, which can provide comfort and a sense of ownership. Imagine you're buying a house. You can see it, touch it, and walk around it. You can even live in it. This is what it means to own a tangible asset. Real estate is a physical property that you can have a physical connection with, unlike stocks or bonds, which are just pieces of paper or electronic records. This physical connection to your investment can provide a sense of comfort and security. You know that your investment is real and that it has value. And if you ever need to sell your property, you can be confident that you'll get a fair price for it. Number 7. Inflation hedge. Real estate has historically been a hedge against inflation, as property values tend to rise with the general cost of living. This can help protect investors' purchasing power over time. Imagine you bought a slice of pizza for $1 in 1990. Today, that same slice of pizza would cost around $2.50 due to inflation. This means that over time, inflation has eroded your purchasing power. Real estate, on the other hand, has historically kept pace with inflation. In other words, as the general cost of living increases, so does the value of real estate. This is because there is a limited supply of land and buildings, and as the population grows and demand increases, so do prices. Number 8. Community development. Real estate investments can contribute to community development by revitalizing neighborhoods, providing affordable housing, and supporting local businesses. Imagine a neighborhood that's been struggling for years. The buildings are old and run down. There are vacant storefronts on every corner, and the streets are empty. This kind of decline can have a ripple effect, making it harder for residents to find jobs, access quality education, and maintain a healthy lifestyle. But what if someone came along and invested in that neighborhood? They might renovate those old buildings into modern apartments, open up new businesses that cater to the community's needs, and create green spaces where people can gather and socialize. These investments can have a transformative effect, breathing new life into the neighborhood and improving the lives of everyone who lives there. Number 9. Legacy creation. Real estate can be passed down through generations, creating a lasting legacy for families. Owning real estate can be a significant part of building a lasting legacy for your family. By investing in property, you can create a valuable asset that can be passed down through generations, providing financial security and a sense of belonging for your loved ones. Number 10. Control. Real estate investors have a significant degree of control over their investments, making decisions about renovations, tenants, and property management. One of the key benefits of real estate is that you have a lot of control over how you manage your property. You can decide how to renovate it, who you rent it to, and how you manage the tenants. This can be a great way to make sure that your investment is performing well and that you are getting the most out of it. For example, if you are investing in a rental property, you can decide what type of tenants you want to attract. You can also set the rent and decide how you will collect it. You can also decide how you will handle maintenance and repairs. Of course, having a lot of control also means that you have a lot of responsibility. You will need to be prepared to make decisions about your property and to manage the day-to-day operations. However, if you are willing to put in the time and effort, the rewards can be great. Number 11. Flexibility. Real estate investments can be tailored to different risk profiles and investment goals. Investors can choose from various property types, locations, and financing options. Imagine you're starting a home improvement project. You wouldn't use just a hammer for everything. You'd need a variety of tools depending on the task. Similarly, real estate investments offer a range of options to match your individual risk tolerance and investment objectives. Consider your risk appetite. Low-risk investors might prefer income-generating properties like single-family homes or apartment buildings that provide steady rental income with moderate appreciation potential. Moderate-risk investors could explore fix and flip properties or value-add investments, which involve acquiring undervalued properties, renovating them, and selling them for a profit. High-risk investors might delve into commercial real estate, land development, or REITs, real estate investment trusts, for higher potential returns but also greater risk. Number 12. Entrepreneurial opportunities. Real estate investments can provide opportunities for entrepreneurship, such as flipping properties, developing new projects, or managing rental properties. One of the most popular ways for real estate entrepreneurs to make money is by flipping properties. This involves buying a property at a below-market price, fixing it up, and then selling it for a profit. Flipping properties can be a lucrative business, but it's important to do your research and have a good understanding of the market before you get started. Another great opportunity for real estate entrepreneurs is to develop new projects. This could involve building new homes, apartments, or commercial properties. Developing new projects can be a complex and challenging business, but it can also be very rewarding. If you have the skills and experience, developing new projects can be a great way to make a lot of money. Finally, real estate entrepreneurs can also make money by managing rental properties. This involves finding tenants, collecting rent, and maintaining the properties. Managing rental properties can be a passive income source, but it also requires some work and expertise. Number 13. Job creation. The real estate industry generates significant employment opportunities in construction, property management, brokerage, and various related fields. Like construction. The construction industry is directly involved in building, renovating, and maintaining real estate properties. This includes a wide range of skilled tradespeople, such as carpenters, electricians, plumbers, masons, and roofers. These workers are responsible for the physical construction of buildings, as well as the installation and maintenance of electrical, plumbing, and HVAC systems. Or property management. Property managers oversee the day-to-day operations of rental properties, ensuring that they are well-maintained and profitable. They handle tasks such as tenant screening, rent collection, maintenance coordination, and financial reporting. Property managers may also be responsible for marketing rental properties and finding new tenants and many more. Number 14. Economic growth. Real estate investments contribute to economic growth by stimulating construction activity, creating jobs, and generating tax revenue for local governments. Imagine you're building a house. You need lumber, bricks, tiles, paint, and all sorts of other materials. To get these materials, you hire workers like carpenters, electricians, plumbers, and painters. These workers, in turn, spend their money on food, clothes, and other goods and services. This spending ripples through the economy, creating jobs and boosting businesses. Real estate investments, whether it's building new homes, renovating old ones, or buying and renting properties, have a similar effect on the economy. They stimulate construction activity, which creates jobs for construction workers, architects, engineers, and suppliers. These workers then spend their money on goods and services, further stimulating the economy. In addition to creating jobs, real estate investments also generate tax revenue for local governments. When you buy a property, you pay property taxes. When you rent out a property, you collect rent, which is taxable income. These taxes help local governments fund essential services like schools, roads, and public safety. Number 15. Community impact. Real estate investments can positively impact communities by improving neighborhoods, providing affordable housing, and enhancing local amenities. Real estate investments can have a positive impact on communities in a number of ways, including improving neighborhoods, providing affordable housing, enhancing local amenities. Here are some specific examples of how real estate investments have had a positive impact on communities. In Chicago, a real estate developer partnered with a nonprofit organization to renovate an abandoned apartment building into affordable housing for low-income families. The project not only provided much-needed housing, but it also helped to revitalize the surrounding neighborhood. Number 16. Personal satisfaction. Real estate investments can provide a sense of accomplishment and personal satisfaction, especially when investors are directly involved in property management or renovation. Imagine transforming an old, rundown building into a vibrant, thriving space. The pride and satisfaction you'd feel in revitalizing a community hub or creating a cozy haven for families is a unique reward that real estate investing offers. It's not just about financial gains. It's about leaving a positive mark on the world and creating something tangible that you could be proud of. Picture yourself strolling through a neighborhood you've helped revitalize, witnessing the smiles of families enjoying their improved surroundings. The sense of fulfillment that comes from contributing to community betterment is an invaluable aspect of real estate investing. Number 17. Lifelong learning. Real estate investing offers ongoing learning opportunities as investors gain knowledge about market trends, property management, and financial strategies. Real estate investing is a dynamic and ever-changing field, and there is always something new to learn. As an investor, you will constantly be exposed to new market trends, property management techniques, and financial strategies. This ongoing learning process can be both challenging and rewarding, and it can help you make better investment decisions over time. Number 18. Networking opportunities. Real estate investments can expand an individual's professional network, connecting them with other investors, brokers, and industry professionals. Imagine you're attending a real estate conference. As you mingle with other attendees, you strike up conversations with a seasoned investor who shares valuable insights on the market, a mortgage broker who explains the latest financing options, and a property manager who offers tips on maximizing rental income. These connections can open doors to new opportunities, collaborations, and potential partnerships. Real estate investments put you in the company of like-minded individuals who share your passion for the industry. Whether it's through attending industry events, joining real estate investment clubs, or participating in online forums, you'll gain access to a wealth of knowledge and expertise from fellow investors, brokers, developers, and other professionals. Number 19. Community involvement. Real estate investors can become active members of their communities by supporting local businesses, participating in neighborhood improvement projects, and advocating for positive change. Real estate investing extends beyond acquiring and managing properties. It also presents an opportunity to positively impact the communities where you invest. By actively engaging with local businesses, participating in neighborhood improvement initiatives, and advocating for positive change, real estate investors can contribute to the overall well-being and vibrancy of their communities. Number 20. Personal growth. Real estate investing can contribute to personal growth by developing decision-making skills, problem-solving abilities, and financial discipline. As you navigate the complexities of the real estate market, you'll gain valuable skills and experience that extend far beyond property management and financial strategies. You'll become a more confident decision-maker, adept at evaluating risks and making sound choices under pressure. You'll develop problem-solving prowess, able to identify challenges and devise creative solutions. And you'll cultivate financial discipline, understanding the importance of budgeting, saving, and investing wisely. As you embark on your real estate investment journey, remember that it's not just about accumulating wealth. It's about embarking on a path of personal growth and development. With each decision you make, each challenge you overcome, and each success you achieve, you'll become a more confident, resourceful, and financially savvy individual. So, embrace the opportunities that real estate investing presents, and you'll discover that it's not just an investment in property, but an investment in yourself. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.